Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 40. That's right, 40, not 04. We've got a very wonderful 40. 40. We've got a wonderful show for you guys, but before I get into that, we've got to introduce the host with the most. We're going to start below me this time. Everybody is frozen right now, so I guess I'll just introduce myself. Brandyn, aka SpinShootImpress, the owner of the YouTube channel. Below me, the one with the closed eyes, is Oliver. He's the cute one. The one to the bottom right.
I'm Oliver, everybody.
Oh,
he's still talking.
Brandyn, I'm going.
You weren't there for like ever.
Yeah. To my right, we've got Travis.
What's up, everybody?
And to the bottom right, we've got William with a new and improved setup.
Yes, I do. I have a new setup. I got all my shit in. So
look at him. He looks like a real YouTuber.
When you want to get into streaming in a couple months, I'm gonna start doing that stuff. So
couple months.
Yep.
Be ready.
Put
in your pre-orders for viewership now.
Throw it in your calendars.
Pre-order your subscriptions now.
Not even an exact date, just a loose couple months.
Life is great now. There's a state in our Americas that is you can reign free with whatever drug. It's all decriminalized in Oregon. Every single drug.
Yes. Oh yeah, I saw
you can't
that.
Necessarily reign free. They will throw you in rehab if you get caught with drugs.
Yeah, semantics.
I actually saw that you could they decriminalized all that shit.
So I'm thinking we go down there, boys, and just have a bender.
No, we're not joking. It happened.
Real sensitive guy.
Do you think they'd throw us in rehab if we were just like tripping on the streets?
if we were doing illegal stuff or acting wild as fuck and
I think it's recreational use. So I mean, I would assume that the reason that they passed it is probably because of them thinking, oh, they're just going to do this shit like in their own vicinity, in their own home. Like
there were a lot of wins last night for marijuana and a little bit for shroomies too. A little bit for magic.
States again?
So somebody told me that there was a vote for legalizing marijuana in New Jersey. I don't know if it got passed or not.
New Jersey and also Arizona.
Legalized in NJ.
The list. It was Arizona, New Jersey, South Dakota.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can blaze at Mount Rushmore now.
Let's go.
Dude, that'd be kind of
Montana and Mississippi as well.
Do they all get passed?
There are two states that they're still waiting on ballots from, and that's Montana and Mississippi.
Those are going to be hard ones. That's Mississippi's pretty deep south.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like a bunch of like old white people love marijuana now. I think that's the thing.
No.
It's so beneficial.
I think there's still just as many that are like, drugs are not the way of Jesus Christ.
I didn't do drugs.
That's probably
your body is a temple.
Instead of doing drugs, I joined the war.
And then I did drugs.
I did drugs.
Oh my god, you guys are wild.
My body is a temple, lights cigarette, drinks beer.
It's tons of sailor tattoos. No, but before the show, me and Brandyn started going back to bringing back politics a little bit. Before the show, me and Brandyn were talking about the state of the country and like how a lot of people around the world, especially allies and people that we trade with, are hoping that Trump wins because it opens up those trade routes for the rest of the country. But some people are arguing, and I'm not saying I'm on this side, is that Joe Biden is better for the country of the United States more than Trump. So Trump is better for the world, but Biden is better for the country.
I thought everyone was just going to destroy Trump, like with Biden votes. It's really close. It's scarily close. Why is it that close, everyone?
I mean, Biden's winning the popular vote, but as we saw in 2016, that shit don't matter.
Yeah, honestly, whoever's going to win in the end is who the cabal wants to be president. Let's be real.
But here's the other thing that me and Brandyn talked about. What I've been doing lately is I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed. I've been getting back into that.
This is how you learn a lot of history.
And
like
I think you probably do a little bit, actually.
No, you legit do. I legit learned some stuff from Assassin's Creed.
The main reason that I love that this one particular one, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, is because it's taking place in like one of my favorite time periods in the world and in history. It's the Greek and Roman eras. And what I've been doing while playing this game.
Nico, do you want to go bowling?
Nico.
Malacca.
Oh, shit. And we're frozen again. I've also been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed as well. I'm definitely interrupting them, but I apologize. There we go.
But what I'll be doing in the back about Romany, one book is The Fall of the Roman Empire. It has like the volumes in it. Like people on Congress have read this stuff. Like it's a great book. But what it's like made me realize is that like the state of this country, its version of democracy, strays so far from the original concept that was constructed in Greek and Roman times. Because
it even strays so far from the founding fathers and the Constitution.
It really does. And like I feel like
it strays miles from that other shit.
I feel like it's such a downgrade because that's one of the main issues that I see with like the state of our country is like we have strayed so far from the correct construct of what a democracy really is. And by listening to these books and playing this game, you get to dive deep into like that mindset of what it was like to be around in these times and to notice what a democracy is supposed to be set up like, what it's supposed to be run like, all these things, and comparing it to like my own country. And I hate to say it, it's a real shame to see this kind of stuff. So
I kind of want to like, and I think you know this, but people that may not, fuck, I'm frozen. I'll just keep going anyway. At the end of the day, we're not the direct correlation of a democracy whatsoever.
Well,
hey, ooh, we're back. We're back. Hey, we're not a direct correlation with democracy. What the acid
repeat like whatever.
Yeah. So we're not a direct democracy. That's just not a thing that is even feasible right now. If we had mob rule over everything, what would happen is the majority people. No, we were never. The majority of people would mob rule, and that's not a good thing because you need the minority of people to have a say as well, or else it's not an equal say because everybody that has the majority opinion will just fucking win every time. That's the problem with like the Me Too movement of just canceling anybody around you is because mob mentality has power now, and you don't understand the overall situation, as well as like there's reasons why these things are set up. So you, at one point in the very beginning, the Constitution recognized the fact that there are uneducated farmers that know shit about shit. All they know is corn, and that's it.
Yep.
Overgeneralization, but we'll move on to it. And then there was these elites who were actually educated, which is why we had the Electoral College come up. Now, I think the problem with democracy today as it stands is that there's too much money being thrown into the people that are supposed to represent us because we're a representative democracy. So a constitutional representative democracy, I think is the official title. So it's like, for me, it's why when companies have more power than the actual people who vote, why in the fuck should we trust these people? And I think that's also why Trump became this like big fucking figure, is because this nationalistic dude who's like, hey, yo, fuck everything that's normal about politics. I'm going to come here and fuck things up. So
economically,
could be
that really won him. That really won him the day in 2016, I'd say.
Yeah,
it did. It really did. And at that time period, people thought it would be a better idea to have a businessman run the country from a businessman aspect. Because we were low at that time. We were like still kind of climbing out of like a depression, like a minor depression with like the fall of the house, like stock market, housing market, like all those things. So like we needed a businessman at that time. We needed someone to get our country back on his feet. And he did for a little bit. But as of late, he's just become this social media powerhouse more than he has been a president. The man spends so much time on Twitter talking about.
My God, he was tweeting up a storm today.
Exactly.
Twitter was not having it either.
No.
That's the point where he's like degenerated to, is like he's gone from the person that's gotten this country back on its feet. And I don't have the numbers in front of me right now. But like as of late, honestly, he hasn't done much. He hasn't like really done much.
Nah, and his big downfall has been this whole pandemic.
Oh, of course, 100% has been. It's been. That's why it's been a key point during the campaign.
He did it to himself, though. He did it to himself with how legitimately terribly, like he couldn't stand something bad being associated with his presidency, and just made it like worse and worse and worse.
It really did.
By just trying to sweep it under the rug over and over, when it's not something, literally is not possible to sweep it under the rug, when it's like out there killing 200,000 people.
Exactly.
Yeah, dog. It's actually insane. And to your point earlier of like, who would be better for this country? You know, I have this idea that based off of history, and I don't know shit about shit, but like the way that this country is going right now, I don't see us being the powerhouse for the next 100 years.
We're not going to be a world superpower for much longer.
Will China fucking crash, and then they get pissed and they throw nukes, or like you know what? Like, will there be this huge disaster that causes the United States?
Fallout times before we know it.
I think in our lifetime,
get your bunker ready.
You'll see China or another country become the world's number one.
Yeah. Yeah,
we need to like get off each other's asses. We need to stop doing Civil War Part 2 and start moving away from that.
Really, China's already up at number one. Like the stuff that they've been compiling, like heck, like what was it, like middle of last week or something, where I put in the group chat that they had finally like recognized that they are doing like human animal hybrid
shit. That shit.
Call that shit.
Yeah.
Viewers, go back and watch the conspiracy episode. My man Brandon spits facts about the
conspiracy come true.
Yeah.
And then last week, thrown in the group chat. Yeah, it's true. How'd that make you feel?
You know, fucking called it. No. No.
It's a scary thing to see, like another country becoming a powerhouse over the United States, because it's been
I think
back-to-back World War I champs or World
I think we
War
all
champs.
kind of knew that China was probably on the horizon to become a world superpower or become the world.
We've known that for a while, and now we've got.
Yeah.
I mean, how close this election is shows how divided we are as a nation, man.
You want really to blow out every election?
Close to split, but like we're close to split right down the middle between two men who like. Yes, they both have flaws, but one is just so blatantly more horrific than the other at this point.
It's just so retarded. And I think, and I hope my theory is right, is like, I think we're not as divided as everybody likes to make us out to be, because a lot of the times the fear mongering that comes from the media and
I'm sure a lot of like the Trump votes are just like uncaring / uninformed people that are just in the middle, and they're like, oh, I don't know, they're both evil. Oh, I'll just like close my eyes.
I also think there's some liberals that are very unintelligible. They're just too empathetic.
Well, every election you get, you're going to get people that are registered Republicans that vote Democrat, and registered Democrats that vote Republicans.
Yeah.
You're going to get that every. And also before this election started, you could have bet as much money as you wanted that West Virginia was going to be red, or probably New Orleans, or my bad, Louisiana,
Maryland's going blue,
or Maryland going blue.
There are states that you cannot change the tide.
Yeah, exactly. Or California, that was going to be blue before the vote even got counted. Like,
yeah,
stuff like that just doesn't change. It's the swing states that change it, that mix it up.
I think
this whole campaign has been wild. Like everything leading up to the campaign itself, the debates have just all been like just craziness.
Reality TV show.
Literally, it's like 2016 was a reality TV show and it went really well. And now for this one, they made like a remake of the reality TV show and even more pulled out all the stops and just made it even more
At
insane.
first, it was just a meme, and then now you're just like, bro, like chill, like this is.
This is getting way too serious, my guy. You need to chill.
No, like
the
they've
finale of America.
Predicted all the shit that happened. Like no one could have predicted that Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe himself, literally looked at Donald Trump during a debate and said, "Shut up, man." Like no one could have predicted that a president would go that far.
I think it's
not
the
a president
boys
yet.
had a really good fucking woke
was
moment
VP.
where I think Stormfront was sitting there and she's like getting everybody all wound up on social media and she's like, I know how to create soldiers. If you know how to piss people off, you can create soldiers. And it's
Literally,
like,
she was controlling the narrative with memes. Like this show is woke.
and it's so real. It's so I think it's social media and everybody being so interconnected. And I think it's so retarded. Anytime that anybody gets pissed off about political stuff, I think you're retarded. You're an idiot because it's like, brother, there's so many things that you could be working on yourself and the people around you to make more of a change than yelling at somebody on Twitter. Now, granted, like going out and
Whose
doing
mind you're
protests.
never gonna change.
Exactly.
Exactly.
True.
And
Like
I think
if Trump fan 241 is arguing with Biden lover 582, neither of them are going to change their sides. Their fucking usernames are literally named after these men.
their clan tags in Black Ops 2 is Trump. Like,
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
I think there are some good changes to be had through political activism on social media, but I think also the division in this country is going to be our downfall. You know, there needs to be a level of nationalism, patriotism, whatever you want to call it, while at the same time realizing that there are issues within and we need to try to fix them. Be proudful of who we are while still recognizing that there are
admitting we have a
injustices.
problem, everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. We need to have a countrywide, a national-wide, like AA meeting. Like we need to sit down. We need to have an intervention with ourselves.
Drunk.
Everybody sit in a big circle around the whole country.
Everybody, and then every 15 minutes, take shots.
Yeah, not a good.
Wasn't that supposed to be this episode, the drinking episode again?
I don't think I have been drinking so much this past fucking couple days. I think my body would die.
Okay with that
no.
one, sir.
We could do a future drunk episode for sure.
A future
Next week. Next week we're doing a drunk episode, everybody.
The real sensitive guys should moderate the healing of America. Like everyone should just listen to us broadcast it around the world. Like, come on, guys.
We will get tons of views that way, so I'm game. Everyone
I'm
chime
down.
in, you know.
It would just
Everybody
be me
go
yelling
ahead
at
and
everybody.
pack your G.
Let's just
Now hit it.
let's just forget about this voting system and just have one final showdown. And the commentators are us, the real sensitive guy hours.
Dude, that would
We
be
speak-
fucking
Yeah.
lit.
Find the most
nice.
liberal person in America and find the most
Nice.
conservative person in America and make them fight.
Representative gladiatorianism.
This.
That's our fucking government.
That is what democracy is.
Just find the biggest cunts and we just go after each other.
Dude, it's like gladiator times in the Roman times, like shit.
Dude, going back to Roman times though, the most lit thing about that time would probably be to be like a philosopher. Like that was like a prestigious job you could have back then, just sitting around and
Prestigious.
being like, where do voices come from?
Socrates
make
type
noise?
ass.
The most prestigious things back then were if like you were a general, if you were a scholar, and that was it. Like because scholars combined like politicians and all that shit, and then generals, they're like, oh, I know war better than anybody else.
Here's the thing, like we would have been the smartest fucking cunts if we were just teleported back in Athens.
True, we'd just be like sitting at the temple, like,
So we would have been
riddle me
like,
this.
then you just go to like the philosophers and be like, let me see my predictions book. Let me see your predictions book, Socrates. Oh yeah, this happens, this happens, this happens, and just blow their fucking minds.
God,
I think everybody's had that dream, going back in time and like
Or you know, what they
blowing
would
their minds
say?
with technology.
fucking their
Or
day.
it would be like if you knew all that, you could be like a witch, like back in the Salem witch trials. They'd be like,
Fuck that.
Yeah. Go to the Salem witch trials and bring like an iPad and just start playing Jetpack Joyride and be like, look at this, guys.
You didn't even need to do that, brother. All you have to do is just bring a flashlight and be like, oh.
Where is this light coming from?
What?
I created it.
You just bring your phone. That's all you got to do.
Seriously, that too.
Your phone would fuck up anybody in the past. Like, even if you went back like 10 years ago or like,
dude, why were people
1,000
years ago so fucking stupid?
They didn't know, bro.
So it's like, yeah, they didn't know any better, but apparently they weren't as fucking stupid as we thought. Like, of course they didn't know shit, but they still had like a decent IQ to figure out things with the problems that they had. It's actually
for
interesting.
sure. I was memeing for sure.
I just have the fucking Assassin's Creed battle music stuck in my head this whole time.
Like, the corded phone came from the fucking telegraph, came from.
Oh, hell yeah.
The computers came from typewriters. Like,
yeah, exactly.
No, but that was like I know you were just memeing, but at the same time, like, I didn't know that people were actually decently smart back in the day. I thought they were just fucking like retarded.
You just thought Einstein was dumb?
No, like, of course. Like, you have like a base of knowledge at that point, but like back in the Roman days, I thought everybody was just retarded.
I mean, Julius Caesar was but
dude, that guy got killed by like all of his friends.
Yeah,
yeah, he didn't even see it coming. Like, if you three were plotting to kill me, I'd fucking know. I hope.
Yeah, that's what you like to think, don't you?
But the
just letting you know, you're not gonna know because we're gonna send you a gift or hide inside of it. That's what we're gonna do.
Who's the imposter, Travis?
All of you.
It's like those 3v1 Mario Party matches.
Mario Party gets intense.
Bro, I said a couple of bad words when I played Mario Party the other day.
I think you can't help but say bad words. Especially, I find myself cussing the computers out more than anyone. Like, they pull the most bullshit shit every time. I know they code this into every Mario Party game. They code the computers to just be able to pull shit out of their ass all the time.
Or they code it so Luigi always wins. Like,
dude, in the new one, Wario always wins. Wario's fucking special.
He was my fucking buddy. He was my guy, and I was like, "Fuck Wario with your butt cheek ass."
We talked about how like I talked about how I didn't like the variation of the maps in the newest Mario Party because there wasn't anything with like truly unique mechanics. But I do like the special dice for each character that gives each character like its own flavor and strat that you can play. And I do like the ally system.
Oh yeah,
I literally never fucking got on ally spaces, but I love the ally system in that game. And then you can use their special dice, so it adds another layer of strategy. That was really cool. Put those mechanics into like the property buying game from Mario Party 4, and that's
the property.
Hey, we back? It's the Brandyn show again. Well, we got to figure out what the fuck is wrong with Discord.
It's like Monopoly, bro. Can be for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck Discord.
Yeah, fuck Discord.
It's just laggy.
Yeah, fuck Discord. I'm gonna give a big fuck you to Discord. Fuck you.
They don't sponsor us. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I'm Blue Chew got our backs.
What if we get banned from Discord?
Oh wow.
They watch our show.
They're watching it right now, actually.
Probably like, what are these fuckers up to?
They knew we were gonna say something controversial about Discord, and then they just paused us.
Do you think they can look into like anybody's calls, like hear what they're saying, or like see what their video is?
They censor the real sensitive guys, but they don't see the fucking server admins training 16-year-olds. That's not a thing.
Yeah, at least we're not grooming anyone in this server. Come on, Discord.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, only Connor.
Yeah.
I groom that man.
I went to a dispensary the other day, which was pretty fucking cool.
Great.
Got some edibles.
Oh, don't speak.
Eddies.
Yeah, I got some Eddies with high CBD content. It was like high also indica as well, and then 2 pre-rolls, which I didn't get to smoke. But the edible I took on Saturday, and I it's been forever since I really like smoked. I was fucked.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it was the last time you were in a legal state for it. You know?
Exactly.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was in Nevada. That's why I was able to go to the dispensary.
True.
Which was...
You pulled Nevada.
Yeah, I pulled Nevada. But that shit was fucking dank, dude. The dispensaries are so cool.
Nice pun.
I'm so jealous.
It's like kind of sketch at first because now with COVID, there's only like 3 people that are allowed in them at one time. But like, they have like security guards outside and everybody's standing out there in a line. And I was standing next to this guy who was like tweaking out, and he like puts his back against the wall and he's like, I need to make sure that I can see everybody and everything. My eyes, they see everything. I know if somebody's going to come behind me and snatch me up.
Dude, he does not need a re-up.
Yeah.
You should not let him get more.
Well, he was like, bro, this weed stuff ain't nothing to me, bro. I just got off a bender of cocaine the other night. And I was like, cool, bro. And I was like, so this is going to calm you down? He's like, no, this ain't nothing to me. I was like, okay, dude.
That's why you're buying it. You won't even feel it.
Exactly.
One day I fucking stood in the line. I had to go to the DMV to get my fucking license renewed. Fuck going to the DMV. Honestly, I hate this shit.
Have you ever seen Zootopia?
Yeah,
they make fun of the DMV with the floss. Dude, that's how it is, bro.
It's 100% like how it is. And I'm standing in line outside. It opened up at like 8:30. I was in line by like 8. And so I'm standing outside, and there's a guy in front of me, and this man is like shit talking anything that he can. He was like, yeah, man, like I was in the war, so I know what this shit is. Like I know what real shit is. Like I know what it is. And like he just kept going, he just kept going on and on about stupid shit. And like then he would just complain about the littlest fucking things. And so when they were finally getting up to us, there was a guy in front of him that was with his son. But this guy didn't know that. So when that guy walked in, like he fucking went belligerent. Like he started cussing out everything. Like the lady came out. He was like, how the fuck do you not see that shit? And like, he was like just yelling at her. I'm like, bro, it was his kid.
Dude, yeah, like, DMV brings out the worst in people.
Bro, it really don't have patience. Was mad about nothing.
Honestly, though, every time I'm there, there's just an absolute fucking goblin of a human being there every single time. You're at the DMV. Is that not accurate?
I mean,
there's always at least one.
Hence the Zootopia reference.
It's a fucking zoo in there,
bro.
Yeah, dude, those kind of people are insane. But what if they know? What if they actually know something that we don't?
Yeah, I think of that sometimes. Like schizophrenic person who thinks like there's aliens landing and shit all the time. Like, what if they're right?
Yeah,
they're the only one that can see.
Like they have to go through their day-to-day lives.
Have a power, yeah. Or like somebody's like, I can hear ghosts, I can hear dead people. Like if I buy a dead body, I can like hear what their last thoughts were before they died. Like that shit could be real.
Like they literally
never know unless you're that person.
Yeah. They low key, like schizophrenics and like people with like disorders low key have like superpowers. Like
I'm schizophrenic.
Okay.
That's some skits shit.
Schizo. Schizo.
Yeah, wasn't someone was telling me that they follow a Reddit that I think it was Brandyn of schizophrenic people. Yeah.
So like it's wild. They have, I don't know what it's called, but essentially the basis of this subreddit is a bunch of schizophrenic people are just circle jerking each other, thinking that they know that there's people spying on them, but it'll be like the most ridiculous shit. So like one of the big calling signs of people that are spying on them are red cars. So anytime that they see a red car out in public, like at Walmart, they're like, they're trying to get me. Or like...
And they'll post that shit on Reddit, like, found another red car, they're following me.
Yeah, dude. And then like,
yeah, you never see red cars on like your average day, just out anywhere.
Never. But and then so they'll also, most of these pictures though are like shitty like pictures in between their blinds of their fucking mailmen. It's like, He comes here every single day. I don't know what his game is, but he needs to die.
I don't know what he is putting in my mailbox, but I'm afraid to check.
It's definitely not mail.
Yeah,
He's after me.
That's probably anthrax. It's another anthrax poisoning.
That's such a problem in this country
They're
as well.
coming
It's
for
just
me.
fucking skits cunts.
Seriously, what?
There's a Reddit for just about everything, man. Have you seen the Reddit for like, it's like r/stealing? And people just post pictures of stuff they stole from like the mall and shit.
Bro,
Got this
Like,
fucking
just, like
pen.
stole these today from Forever 21. It's just some clothes laid out on the bed.
bro, like there's subreddits for everything. There was a subreddit that I followed. It's
Great
just
haul at
called,
the Valley Mall today.
it's called Not Interesting Facts, and like literally, it's just like they'll put like a dude. He'll put like a picture of his hand, and the caption will say, "This is a picture of my left hand," and like that's just the whole thing. It's just basic, just stupid, just normal everyday shit. But they post about it and they
Like
make
those
it
anti-jokes that we thought were really funny in middle school.
Oliver, you fucking savage. Anyway.
I don't use Reddit, so I like barely ever used it. So
Really? Why not?
it's not my game, man.
I found one recently. It was
Not a
shower
Redditor?
beers. And most of it is like just hot girls doing like naked in the shower doing shower beers. But every once in a while, like as I was scrolling down, it'd just be a butt ass naked dude. And like it has like 500 upvotes of this guy drinking a shower beer with his fucking limp dick. It's fucking disgusting.
Has Nate posted on there?
I'm surprised he hasn't, honestly. I would have found it.
Nate, go onto the subreddit.
This was like, it was kind of weird because these girls fit a niche, you know. It was kind of like that frat type girl, but also there was like the country bitches, something I could kind of get into because it's like those are the girls that like, we've grown up around, you know.
Yeah,
True.
Homegrown.
Just a small town girl
They're
living in a
homegrown, man.
lonely world.
They're homegrown.
City girls use dildos. Country girls make do.
oh my god, I've seen that picture way too many times, and I am disgusted by it every single time. Have you seen this picture, Brandon?
No.
So like,
Are you serious?
No.
It says that. It says city girls use dildos, country girls make do, and it's a girl, like scantily dressed girl, walking away from corn on a corn stalk, and it's like dripping.
Oh my
Gross.
god!
that's
Ew.
fucking shit.
Ew,
Like,
that's nasty.
it's supposed to be like hot, but like every time I see it, I'm like, why would you put corn?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Dude, or you could like, what about
My
those like
mother
fucking
herself.
cotton things? Those like cotton things that are like right next to lakes. They look like corn dogs. That's like a
yeah.
forbidden dildo right there.
We used to call those
Ew.
caterpillar plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little feisty.
I feel like that's too flimsy.
I
I call
kind
it goose grass.
I kind of do that every once in a while when I'm walking through fucking public. Like you're like that would be a good dildo. You know? You're just looking at an object, you're like
Seriously.
okay.
Every time we got
That's-
the
mini
hydro
blue
flask
stick.
knockoffs, that's the first thing I thought.
Bro, like you just look at something, you're like, I wonder if anyone's put that up their ass.
That's probably
Oh,
what nurses think
definitely.
about.
Yeah,
That
we told
runs
the
through
story.
my-
We told the story, right? About
I don't know
me
if that
asking
runs through my
nurse.
brain.
And she said like a jar. Didn't she say like somebody had a glass jar? Or no, it was a shampoo bottle, she said.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
one with the
really.
fucking kangaroo on it.
But I have heard of somebody who got like one of those wide glass jars stuck up their ass. Like
My butt is clenching right now. Like that sounds so painful.
it
Going
would
for a
be the
science
worst thing
experiment,
ever.
man.
It'd be
Going
actually
for
the
a
worst
science
thing ever would be it breaking, but that'd be the second worst thing ever.
Now my ass is clenching.
My ass hurts.
My ass hurts.
Hurts.
Points.
Yeah, man, I don't want anything going up my butt ever again. It's gonna happen. but-
Yeah, usually I think
That one bit.
I think it's every when you're over 30 or 35, you get a prostate. Men usually get a prostate exam every year.
Yeah, it's during your physical.
It's recommended, yeah.
Yeah, just go like this, pop, pop, take it out.
Pop, pop, hope no one sees me.
It just goes up to Brandon's butt. All right, time for the exam. Pop, pop.
Time for the exam.
Definitely gonna use the at least buy me dinner first line.
Yeah, or the
Every year.
you know what's probably this is gonna sound. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna go there.
What?
This is a real
Yeah,
sensitive
yeah.
guy hours podcast. What could you
All right,
possibly
all right,
not want to
all
go
right,
to?
So imagine if like you're getting your physical, right? You're getting your prostate. And this person shits and doesn't wipe very well. You know how many people they probably go through that, like this nurses and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Ew, how many
endless
doctors have seen
dingleberries.
some straight swamp ass?
Bro,
Tons.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody, I've had this conversation with in 8th grade where like it'd be dope to be a gynecologist. It's like, no, dude, you're gonna see the most disgusting ass fucking snatches you've ever seen in your life.
For every beautiful one, there's gonna be like
Tons of bad.
the cheese touch.
Oh, yo, that's a throwback.
Gross.
fucking disgusting cunts.
Literally.
Open up a grilled cheese looking ass.
Open up the grilled cheese.
That made it worse, bro.
Ordered roast beef at fucking Subway ass.
Got the roast beef stacked on top.
Looking like I went to Arby's and ordered a sandwich because we have the meats.
Oh God, I've seen a couple of those in my life, and at that point, you just gotta walk away.
Bro.
Like I'm
Dude,
sorry.
The outward flaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry. Like there's somebody that will love and accept you. That man's just not me.
You are what coined the term meat curtains.
You did it. This was you. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Our
sorry.
woman viewership just went from 0.5% to 0%.
Oh, those fucking girls with god tier pussies need to get off their high horse. How
True.
could you say that?
It's like, not that I have one, but guys with small dicks, like, we need to stop getting on them too. It's literally not in their control.
It really isn't.
Here's the thing. I feel
they
bad
wish
for those guys.
they wish nothing more than for it to be able to grow their penis.
Yeah.
They want that.
Yeah. No, I feel bad for those guys.
I mean, they can still do damage with a small
Some
one.
guys take it to like a point too far where like they start getting like the penis pumps and shit like that, trying to grow it on their own.
And a
stuff
lot of them
that.
are like, oh yeah, it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Like, you're just coping, bro.
Yeah.
No. See, I want to sit here and defend everybody with small dicks. Okay, we shouldn't be so. They can't help it. Just like the girls that have
Literally,
meaty
yes.
coochies, they can't help it either. It's one of those
what
things.
God gave them.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You know what? I respect them for trying to make the best of it, for just going with what they got, working with what they got.
Yeah, honestly, you can make do with a small dick. The G spot's only 2 inches in. If she likes her cervix pounded, you're fucked. You're gonna have to find another girl. Sorry, she just isn't for you. Straight up.
Straight up, bro.
If she wants pool play,
Okay.
move on.
So like I found that out that like some girls like their cervix to be pounded. Some like this there's like different kinds of girls. Like there's some girls who can only get off to the clit. There's only some girls that can get off for the G spot, and some girls can only get like cervix pounded, and that's how they get off. And like there's like there's like a trifecta. Like sometimes it's 2 or just 1.
Triangle.
Trifecta's everywhere, man.
Trifecta is coming back into fruition. I see.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everything's a triangle, honestly.
So who
Comes in
has
threes.
what on our trifecta? G spot.
I'm a big clit guy.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a click guy. I'm not a cervix pounder. I don't got that kind of size. I'm sorry, ladies.
I'd say G.
He's honest, at least.
Yeah, I think the G is probably my favorite way to do things.
Easy peasy.
Very easy. Very easy.
Once you figure out the strat,
Yeah,
boom.
you're golden.
Straight away, and then you don't fade away.
They gonna know my name till it fade away.
True.
I feel like we always just go down this fucking path of just talking about dicks, and then we always end up talking about dicks and clits. Like that's just how it goes.
I mean,
It's the degeneration of the entire podcast.
Clits, dicks, and cancer sticks.
Yeah, if we're talking about philosophers, Nietzsche would love this podcast. So would Freud. They pretty much all would. Philosophers were obsessed with sex too. Most of them.
dude, I liked Freud's like theory of dreams and stuff. That's so interesting.
That's another thing. Like jumping back in time to like those period, like they were very like sex orientated. Like prostitution was legal.
So what
Yeah,
are your guys' thoughts
they
on
were
that?
like really open about it too. Like Romans and
like,
Greeks, they just like
they were
had gay sex all
fuck.
the time with each other.
They
It was
were
real.
they were very open about sex. Like they had.
Why do we
gay
make
sex.
such a big deal out of like gay marriage and stuff? Why are all these like why are they
That
being
shit.
denied marriage? Greeks and Romans used to just boo-foo each other right there. In the
Like,
street.
think
They
about
used
like
to just, like meet up with all their guy friends and just like fuck each other.
think about the
Real
minds
sensitive
that you would-
guys, live
Literally,
boo-foo.
we talked about if we were in that time period, we'd be philosophers. We'd probably be philosophers, and like all four of us would meet up and fuck each other because we're just best friends. We just like love each other so much. It just goes into those boundaries. They didn't have.
We don't do that
boundaries.
now. That's
Yeah.
not a thing that we do at all. It's we don't. No, that's not.
Yeah, we don't do that yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like think about like the minds of the women that you would like
information.
like blow.
I'm not required to furnish this information.
But I mean, they like imagine COVID in Greek and Roman times. Like they had like community baths and everybody bathed in this big pool. They'd be fucked,
dude. So how do you guys feel? Like, so the big Freudian idea is that most of our motivations come from sex. What are your guys' thoughts on that? I think it's pretty
true.
Pretty
For men,
solid.
pretty true. Pretty true.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the situation, but I think that does play a factor.
Yeah. William, what do you think? Are you guided by your dick?
In certain situations, I would say yeah. Like when you try to.
I didn't realize your
yourself,
dick had a brain, Will.
everybody has two heads.
I agree with that statement. I like it.
But like it depends on the certain situation. Like you see a lot of people, like everybody wants to have a good job, and
Everybody wants to rule the world.
Everybody, people.
That's to benefit themselves. But like some people like work out because they want to look good, because you want to attract a nice mate. Like of course it's guided by sex. Like you want to get good grades so that way you can get a good job, because a good job is seen as like a good, well-paying like husband.
Social
so like
status.
it's something with like.
So you think everything men
that.
do is guided by a need for the pussy? Is that what you're
I
saying?
think you can make connection with anything, honestly. Now, am I saying is that what the intention is most of the time? No. But you can always make a connection to anything that a man does is guided towards sex.
What about the like fuck bitches get money people?
They fuck. They're already. What the fuck are you talking about? It says
no, like fuck
bitches.
Bitches, like no girls get money.
Well,
not fuck bitches, like fuck bitches.
No. Okay, so in that aspect, the way I would go and route that out in like my head is like, okay, if you're saying fuck bitches and get money, that means you're trying to grind to get money. So you're trying to get a lot of money. Well, what's going to happen when you start spending that money on good things? People are going to be attracted to you. Now, just because you say fuck bitches and you follow that statement, meaning like you don't mess around with girls and all that stuff, that doesn't mean that they don't feel pleasure from the fact that girls do want them now. Even though they're saying, you know what, fuck you, I don't want to mess with you. When they're still saying that, in like the back of their head, they're like,
they're still getting that confidence boost.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's like a drive like hidden by it.
I agree.
Yeah, I like to think that like we're still a little guided by our fucking our monkey brains.
But like not completely. That's
no.
what separates us from the animals. I don't think we're completely driven by sex.
Well, I think society has taken that a lot away from us. You know, you can be raised your whole life in a specific way that's like, you know, you can resist those urges, but I don't even think that that's a thing anymore. But like at the end of the day,
anyone who waits until marriage anymore?
I think so, but a lot of the times I feel like that's just an excuse because you can't pull.
When it comes to certain religions and stuff like that, of course, like you can have like it, but what they teach in religions, like when people are very strict about it, is like it's not that we don't want you to have sex, but it's what we want you to have sex after marriage, and like that puts growing up like as a Roman Catholic and going to like these Roman Catholic schools that I went to all through 8th grade.
Oh, bro, like, we talked about this, how I got the packet that's just like, don't masturbate. Bro, it's not God's way.
You get treated like if you do anything sexually, like in that time frame that it's like a massive sin. Like you're taught that throughout your entire life up until 8th grade or whenever you graduate from this Catholic.
Yeah, they don't even talk about
thing.
like killing people and like rape and stuff like that. They don't even talk about that. They act like God is so fucking offended by you putting your dick in someone before you marry them.
Exactly. And like they put that fear of literally they put the fear of God in you that like masturbating or doing anything sexual is a sin. And but you see like some people grow up and they like when they grow up in like those kind of households, like yeah, it's easy to like get the resistances to like fight those urges. Or to like just follow those guidelines until like you do get married. And some people do. And like all power to them, but like a majority of this world nowadays, like sex is its own society nowadays. It runs
we live in a sex society.
It runs a good portion of everything. I mean, where's the term sex sells? I mean, look at like what modeling companies do it. Like hell, whole certain cities are designed around sex. Like Las Vegas, Nevada. Like fucking God, how many strip clubs and clubs and shit like that?
Because it's like Brandon said, 99% of people, like, yes, we're people, but we still are an animal, technically.
Exactly.
We still like want to reproduce with something.
Still got
we want to have intercourse with something. What, Oliver?
You still have instincts and desires, you know, so like that plays into it also.
But we have a greater ability, like you said, Will, to resist our instincts because we're human too.
Exactly.
True.
So that,
we have the capacity. There are lots of exceptions to the rule. Maybe not as many as there were at one point, but like there's like Amish, there's like a lot of Catholic people. Like it's just you can raise someone to not.
There's some religions over in like the Midwest, the Northeast. Like there's some places over in there where like women are like not allowed to have sex until they're married, but like they're still getting married at like 13 years old. Like it's still like fucking disgusting.
That's a fucking different issue.
That's what you always see. Not like 13 years old, but you see often a lot of like Catholic couples getting married at like 17, 18.
Very, very true.
Because they just want to bang.
They're just trying to fuck.
I don't even know where we're going with this conversation anymore.
Now, y'all remember like, so you know how Amish girls, like, and whenever they turn 16, they fucking
on Yom Kippur.
No, that's Jewish. Amish
people.
It's
Rumspringa.
Yeah, they just let them fucking go and like experience the world, and they get just belligerent. They smoke weed. They start fucking everything in sight, and it's like
they're
most of them come
encouraged to try the stuff from the real world to see they're encouraged to try all the crazy stuff in the real world because it makes it even more like sacred when they deny all that to go back to the Amish.
It really does, and it's part of that religion, and I think it's a cool aspect of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Then pretty cool.
You get one whole year to do whatever the fuck you want to do, and then at the end of that year, you have a choice to make. You can either come back to your old ways and be Amish and live sacredly, knowing that you did these things and you still denied them, or you can say fuck that shit, and then you're literally banished from that community. And
dude, if I was an Amish, as soon as I played video games, I would be like, peace out. Peace out.
Malaka.
Played video games and lost my virginity, I'd be like, what is Amish?
What is Amish? Oh my god. Bro. The shit gets crazy. It does. It's crazy when you think about these kind of things.
Smoking big doinks in Amish.
Smoking big doinkers.
It's very interesting when you put that shit in perspective of like everybody's lives are completely different.
Bro. Yeah, and like try to put yourself in their shoes too. Like think about having like living. It's really actually really hard to picture, but think about having like no electricity, all these like religious rules you had to follow for your whole life, and then just being told go fucking wild
for a year. That's the other thing is like you get raised like so religiously, like you have to follow this set of rules.
That's probably so weird too when like everybody is so strict with you up until that point, then all of a sudden they're like, go do bad things.
It's like you literally like they come to you one day and they're like, your Rumspringa starts right fucking now. You have 1 year.
This sounds like a reality show. Like Joe Rogan hosting. Your Rumspringa starts right fucking now.
And then they just like run past the starting line and they just go like fuck it. Somebody's responsible.
Yeah.
It's a Joe Rogan version of
your challenge. Fit 4 dicks. That's fun.
There's a bar right over there. You need to go in and see how many dicks you can suck in 1 hour.
But like I feel like that
different hard drugs. Do each one.
I feel like dudes like they'll be experiencing like alcohol and drugs for the first time, but they're not pulling they're not pulling any pussy at all because they have to realize that getting puss, unless it's being bestowed upon you like the fucking Amish do, is so fucking difficult. Like it's a skill, and once you go in there as an amateur, you're not gonna pull anything unless you're a hot boy.
They need to get rid of that yee ass haircut.
What you see happens in a lot of times is when Rumspringa happens, they do it in groups. So like there'll be like a group of like 4 or 5 of like 16-year-olds, and so like
most of the time you just end up fucking your Amish female best friend.
Yeah. So you just end up fucking the person that like you have a crush on. And
the girl next barn door.
Yeah. The one that you've had those crazy thoughts about, like deep at night by the candlelight, writing her a poem in your Amish language.
The thoughts that you're not allowed to
right
have.
now? What's going on?
Damn. He's spitting hot fire right now.
And then,
what's the Amish language?
Then he picks up the paper and it reads, "I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna stop loving you,
bitch."
Oh my
And
god.
he blows out the candle. It's the end of the night.
I love you, wench.
Yeah, but the dudes that actually slay, like they're not going back. There's no way.
True.
No fucking way. If you're a good-looking Amish dude, and
exactly. If the Amish dude is enough of a hot boy, I think he'll have pretty
if you're an Amish dude and you're in Rumspringa, like you tell every bitch that, like, and they
imagine you like
on your dick.
You're thinking of the Amish guy comes out of the Amish place and goes right to the bar in like his overalls and shit. No, he probably goes and gets like a modern haircut. He picks up some clothes. Like he doesn't know what to get, but he goes to like what looks like a hip store and gets some like normal clothes. Then he goes to the bar. Amish hot boy. I think he's pulling.
There's no strings attached to that shit. She can just hook up with him, and then she knows for a fact he's not going to be sticking around.
He'll be so mysterious. He'll be gone in a year.
Yeah,
mysterious boy.
You pull like, oh, I'm on Rumspringa. I've never done anything with a girl before. Like you would be my first. Like some girls.
I don't think you pull that. I don't think you come with that line. That's a bad line.
Like, once you get them back to the bedroom.
Yeah, if you're a virgin, you don't tell nobody shit. Like you don't say shit.
I'm a virgin.
Although, like that can also be a card though. Like I had a buddy who used that card, and girls were he was a hot boy, of course, but the girls would be like trying to steal his virginity. It was a fucking game.
I mean, both sexes can pull it. We've seen it pulled both ways.
Yeah. We have. Ironically enough.
I think girls pull it off a lot more often and a lot better.
But then you get the girls that.
Oh shit! I wanted to know what Will had to say. What other kind of girls are there? The world may never know.
We just can't go back on it at that point.
Yeah, because that hymen has been separated.
Shit.
Like those religious girls who would like take it up the ass instead, and so they wouldn't lose their virginity. It's like
my ass because I live.
Is that still counted as not losing their virginity? They still had, some type of fornication.
That's sex. She lost her virginity.
There's a lot of arguments on whether that counts or not.
That's sex.
Is
like, what is going on in their heads when they do that though? Like premarital sex, we've already discussed the premarital sex as a big sin thing is stupid.
Retarded. Yeah.
How stupid do they think God is that he's looking at them having anal sex and being like, it's not in the vagina, so I guess this girl is still my holy little child. As she's taking it up the ass, God is not saying that.
No, he's looking at that bitch like that fucking whore. That little bitch.
I could just smite her right now. I could fucking do it.
I will smite.
I would honestly, if I was God, I would definitely just smite people at random. Just like Just do
like every Friday, just like turn the wheel.
Friday, just go on a spree.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a tornado, right, and I'm gonna throw a fucking cow right through this guy's car. He's done.
Fucking gone.
He's just.
I'm about to yeet this motherfucker.
It's got to be creative. Like it's got to be like some domino effect type shit.
Yeah, wasn't that like a really lit would you rather question? It was like, would you rather live in the Hunger Games world or live in a world where once a week a giant hand comes down and crushes one random person on Earth? And like it could be you, it could be any of your family, and it happens once a week. Or would you rather live in the Hunger Games world? Pre-revolution, when everything is shitty.
So the odds of that happening to you are like 1 in
Hunger
9
Games, as in
billion.
like the movie Hunger Games, or
Okay,
like...
but it's happening every week for your whole life. Let's say you live an average lifespan of like 70 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how many weeks.
Question number one is, how are you lasting 70 years when once a week a random hand?
Well, that's what I'm trying to reason here. So that's 3,650 chances for you to get crushed by the hand.
That's a lot.
I think even though if you simplify that, it's the odds are still insane.
What if it was only in
true.
America and you live in America?
Now that would be a little bit more
That would
scary.
be a little scary. That'd be a little scary.
Like one American.
All right, what if it was every day?
Ooh.
Worldwide.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Every day, worldwide, someone gets crushed by a giant hand.
So average of 70.
How many days in 70 years?
Well, there's also gonna be some
Leap years as well.
yeah.
But they don't do that on those days.
Oh, well, it's gonna be plus or minus like what?
Like
Not that
a
bad.
couple of days, yeah.
That's 25,550 days.
If you did it every day worldwide, you have a chance of like 1 in 25,000.
No, it's that odds are worse than that. It's like terribly worse, but it's like it's terribly better in our favor, but still.
Yeah, there's like 7 billion people in the world, so it's 25,000 over 7 billion, which is not that bad either. Okay, I'm revising it more. I totally got the question wrong in the first place, so I can change it as much as I want. Every day, America only, you live in America, hand crushes someone. That or the Hunger Games world.
Every
Take my
day,
chances in
man.
America.
I feel like every day on the news, it would just show like the victim who got
The
run.
daily hand victim.
They would get it on their iPhones and just be like, "Oh my god!"
They have like a hand cam. It's like it has its own TV show. Let's see that on the hand cam replay, and it's just like a camera.
Yeah.
So what if like you had like a judgment period? It's kind of like in The Sims. Before you die, you could play him in a fiddle match. What would be
You play
the
rock,
skill
paper,
check?
scissors with it, and if you lose, you get crushed.
That's 2 out of 3.
I'm losing every time, dude.
You just see the person on the news. Wait, best 2 out of 3.
Hand cam. Oh
Dude.
shit! What are other
That was
hand games you can play?
fucking great.
Fucking
Now that it's been refined, it's actually a great would you rather. I think
fuck the Hunger
I think
Games.
I don't
Fuck
know, man.
Hunger Games.
I think I'd live in Hunger
Wait,
Games.
what district do I live in? Do I live in like a shitty coal miner one, or do I live
You
in
live
a
in like a middle district. You live in like not the greatest one, not like District 12. You just live in like one of the ones that are like life's kind of shitty, life's like kind of okay, whatever.
I live in the one with Katniss Everdeen. It's fine.
You live in like District 8 or something. You live in like District 8, 7.
I saw you on the fappening.
One of the like middle ones.
What do you do when you see a celebrity that you've seen naked? Like,
Like, how do you approach this
I've
person?
jerked myself off to you.
How do you think that is like during like, because there's like porn star conventions for like these big companies. Like,
That's
how
gotta
do
be
you think,
weird.
dude? How do you think that they manage this shit? Like, you got people like minutely. Like,
How many people do you
up
think
to
hook up in like closets and cars during those things?
Oh, it's gotta be endless. I've seen the
Ooh, oh, it's
videos.
gotta be endless.
So many. Yeah, literally, they're probably shooting like endless videos at these things.
Bro, they have to be. But like the thing is, like, you gotta think about how many times a porn star daily, minutely, hourly hears someone come up and say, "Bro, I loved your movies. I jerked off to them so many
My
times."
chicken was beat the fuck up.
Do you think Johnny Sins gets recognized really easily when he walks down the street?
Oh, for sure. You just look up, you grab your go, no.
You just see him as like a construction worker on the side of the road. You see him drive by in like a cop car.
You're just being haunted by Johnny Sins.
You see him dress.
What if that's what he does on Halloween? Just dresses up as a bunch of the different jobs he's been and just like pretends to do that job.
Like if you are walking down the street and you see this man dressed as anything, your first thought is, okay, what's the setting for like this scene that we know he's all in right now? Because his scene is to walk past my girl, steal her from me, and then go fuck her on video.
You're at the fucking grocery store. Like you guys have both had like a great day. You went to lunch before.
He's like the bag boy.
And then you're like, hey, thanks, man. Here's a tip. And you didn't even notice him. And you look over as you give him the tip. Oh, you're like, fuck. No.
I'll see
do it. No, Johnny, don't do it.
Let me know when to send
Johnny.
Johnny.
Steal my girl.
Bro. It's got to be wild at these conventions. Like all the fucking that's going on, all the fucking like sex toy shit that they're selling, all the videos that they're promoting. Like it's got to be a wild fucking
you sound like you really want to go to one.
Bro, honestly, I would fucking go just to see like what fun kind of fucking debauchery goes fucking down at this shit.
Yeah, man. It's got to be crazy. Oh, I think it's just hit that hour.
Yes, sir.
Oh my.
I'm gonna come. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like, comment your favorite portion. Mine was the Johnny Sins part, so that's probably what I'll comment. Anyway, guys, it's been your boy Brandon.
Oliver. I'm Travis.
And I'm Will.
You guys, just listen to Real Sensitive Guy Hours episode 40.
Let's go.